All right, coffee for what is in the on the coffee? Uh, Coffee first. All right. Good morning and welcome to the new video. It's not morning actually, by the way. It's like almost dark, so I need to film this video a little bit faster because it's gonna get dark anyways. In this 2023, I'm gonna try to like provide more kind of informational videos also besides my usual content, full day of meetings, more collabs. I'm planning to do 100%, but definitely want to focus more on like more informative videos. Last video that I did was basically just a chest workout, how I'm trying to develop my chest as I'm trying to get to the IFBB Pro card, right? So it is informational video. You can see the way that I work out. The feedbacks are really good, so I appreciate all of you that commented, and you guys commenting on the YouTube videos means a lot. Every single time I say to comment, and I don't see as many comments, but I do see views and I do see the shares on IG and stuff like that, but I don't see a lot of comments. So I need you always to comment down below what you think about that, and that's the easiest for me to do more videos, because this YouTube channel is meant to be for you guys. This YouTube channel is meant to be informational, it's meant to be helpful towards all of you. All of the things that I do is basically just to provide some information and help you in any sort of a shape or form. With that said, as you see from the title, I'm gonna try to explain you, so there is not gonna be workouts or anything full day of eating this time. I'm gonna just sit, maybe pop some pictures here and there and try to explain you how I gained the 30 pounds of a muscle. Basically, well, that's in the title. That can be a clickbait because obviously it's not a pure muscle. If it's a pure muscle, then I can already be IFBB Pro right now. I gained 30 pounds so far in a lean bulk, but it's definitely not a 30 pounds of a muscle, but it's a decent amount of muscle because we are still lean, and whoever follows me, follows my YouTube channel, follows my IG and everything, sees pictures and everything, gaining 30 pounds of muscle usually for people means being puffy, being bloated, but I'm still really lean. I'm keeping my body fat on a pretty low, which is really good. And before all of you start saying, oh, that's steroids and stuff like that, I'm absolutely gonna disclaim that. That's a huge disclaimer right now. It's I'm gonna tell you all the steps that we took in order to do that. First time ever, second time actually, that I'm working with a coach, but this time with one of my best friends, Alex Toplin. He's, by the way, Olympian, one of the best coaches in the game right now. And I'm also a coach, but it's different when someone is coaching you differently. So the steps that we took from the beginning until now, whoever knows me, you saw my physique before. I was walking around for like almost 2 years under 10% of a body fat, so my natural physique, totally my genetics, leaning always towards that shredded lean side. I'm always lean, that's just how I genetically am gifted, thank God. But when we started bulking, basically the minor changes that we did instantly was going, what for me was the biggest change, was from going from a carb cycle to the finding your normal maintenance calories and staying on those calories without changes. So even on the rest days I will have the same amount of food. So first tip that I will give you guys is obviously to find your maintenance calories, the calories that your body basically needs in order to maintain your body weight, right? So once you find that, let's say that's 3,000 calories, and over a period of a week you're still the same body weight, that means those are the calories that that's suited for you, and without any changes. So basically working out 5 days per week, doing 30 minutes of cardio without any fluctuations, that's your maintenance calories. You can always start from a lower number and then aim for higher numbers later on. Even when I was shredded, to be honest, I was eating a lot of food. I was eating at least 3,000 calories on a daily basis, but the only difference was that I was doing a lot of cardio. So second tip that we did was basically to restricting a little bit of a cardio, so subtracting some of those. I was doing hour of a cardio with a, like I would say, even higher intensity, and we took that out immediately and basically stayed on around the same calories, but we took out the hour of a cardio, high intensity, to 5 days per week of a 30 minutes per cardio, a low pace. And I'll be honest, right now with you, I'm doing every single day cardio. I'm sorry, Alex, to say that, but I'm still doing every single day the cardio, but it's only 30 minutes and it's a little walk. So it's a LISS, low intensity cardio, and it's mostly for a digestion. So I will still, as one of my tips, say that you need to still incorporate cardio when you're bulking, lean bulking. We are talking about the lean bulking right now. For your heart, for your digestion to be better and everything. So that's also one of the changes, minor changes that we did. At the beginning, we started with around, I think it was around 3,300 calories, which for me, honestly, for my metabolism, my metabolism is very high. So for me, that wasn't so high. But as I said, those minor changes that we did immediately, going through the steady 3,300 calories per week without changes, so eating the same amount of calories on the rest days and eating the same amount of calories on the normal training days, and restricting our cardio a little bit, distracting the minutes and intensity from our cardio, made me basically find that was kind of a maintenance almost. So tip number 3, I will say, is if you want a lean bulk, is after your maintenance to go around 200 calories extra. If you really want a lean bulk, so we are taking this really serious and slowly. That's the first thing. When we are saying about that I gain 30 pounds of muscle, I'm already bulking for 6 months. So if you count that as 6 months, that's around gaining the weight, you can do the maths, but around 5 pounds per month, guys. So that's actually not a lot. If you count like that, that's actually not a lot, and with that said, that's that lean bulk. So it's really progressively adding more food and adding more calories into your diet based on your looks more than on your weight. I will say like that. We are more aiming for a look than on a weight. Don't overthink your scale. Don't overthink how much you weigh and stuff like that. The looks is the most important. So we started from 3,300 calories, and over a period of 6 months, we right now around 4,100 calories, which is a pretty slow process because I still think that it's like my maintenance calories are around 4,000 calories. But that's the most important part. So I will say the next tip will be to try to start the bulk as from your leanest point, because from that point all the calories that you are consuming is kind of a reverse diet, and your body claims pretty much as a muscle, fills your glycogen first, and first couple of months you're gonna look great, you're gonna feel great and everything, and you're not gonna gain so much body fat. If you start bulk already with a higher amount of a body fat, it's really difficult when you start cutting down to get down to the body fat percentage that you actually want. So we started basically when I was the leanest. I started my bulk when I was 185. That was probably one of the lowest weights that I ever weighed, and currently we are 215 pounds. So that's also, as I said, one of the tips. If you want to start the lean bulk, first do the mini cut. Try to get leaner, get in a comfortable position when you're pretty lean, and then start slowly adding calories, which we kind of did in the beginning, like reverse diet, right? We started for 23 calories and then climbed all the way to the 41 calories where we're at right now, but it was over a 6 months period. That's why my weight is slowly going up, but I'm still really lean, because there will be weeks that we wouldn't change anything. There will be like 3 to 4 weeks that we will stay on a 3,800 calories without changing anything. Why is that so? Because my body was still responding on everything, right? So same as yours, don't change something that doesn't need to be fixed, right? So if you're lean bulking and we are aiming, so let's just say that's another tip, right? We are aiming for to gain around 1 to 1.5 pounds per week. You should definitely aim for that, right? So if that's going well, and if you are gaining that amount of weight, then there is no reason of bump up your calories even more. So that was happening with me, right? With restricting that cardio and basically not doing any more kind of like a cardio workouts, more like strength workouts. We were staying on the same amount of calories for a couple of weeks. When the change stopped, when the weight stopped, and when the looks basically didn't change anything, we bump up calories again. So as I said, you're based on your looks, based on also your weight. You can check your weight based on progress, right? If you are for a whole week, your check-ins were, let's say, 200 pounds, and next check-in is 199.8 or 200 pounds 0.1, that means you need more food, right? So in that moment you can add up 200 calories on top of your diet. We were adding mostly carbs, those sources from carbs and from fats. We started around 70 grams of fats, and now I'm on 100 grams of fats. And that's also one of the tips that I want to say. My diet before, I never went over 50 grams of fats ever when I was so shredded. My carbs were always high, but my fats were never higher than 50 grams. Now we're already on 100 grams of fat, And I just wanted to say as a tip, don't be scared of fats. That affects a lot of your hormones, affects a lot of your sleep, your recovery, and everything. Carb source is basically only for energy and extra calories, of course, but a protein is a main source of a building muscle, right? And of course, the fats are also one of that source, and carbs are mostly as an energy content and as an energy for your workouts and everything. Fats are also 50-50, let's just say like that. Tip for your workouts is I was doing before triple sets, drop sets and stuff like that, more like when I will sweat a lot of in the gym and stuff, which will burn a lot of calories. But now we are more focused on a higher intensity, higher volume and higher weight all of a sudden, and progressive overload. Obviously it's a cliche, everyone's saying, talking about that, but progressive overload is obviously the most important. You need to shock your muscles all the time, so don't try to hit the same weight all the time. Don't try to do this exactly the same exercise with the same weight every single time. If you did 12 reps with 100 pounds dumbbells, the next time try to hit 10 reps with 105 dumbbells. That's what's called progressive overload, right? That's the thing that we use throughout the whole period of this book. And I think I've been posting, when I'm editing this video, some pictures that we transformations from the day one till the last day. Yeah, that was definitely some of the changes that we did so far throughout this process. And also, when it comes to a lean bulk, the food that you eat obviously always matters. Either you're on a bulk, either you're on a cut. It does matter. It does matter for your body. It does matter for your mentality. It does matter for everything. With that said, obviously, since we are preparing for a pro card, there is no reason to eat a shitty food all the time. So yeah, we are still aiming, even on a lean bulk, even on 4,000 calories, to eat a clean food as possible. But with that said, over a period of time, we added up 1 cheat meal per week. With that said, the way I was treating cheat meals before is totally different than now. When I will have a cheat meal, I will eat until I blow up. I will eat until I'm sick. I wasn't binging anytime, but I will prepare myself to eat until I was totally full, right? Now we have a cheat meal per week, which is only up to 1,500 to 2,000 extra calories. So even the cheat meals are tracked. I know that that doesn't sound so good when you're booking for a longer period of time, but trust me, when you get to the higher calories over a period of time, if you're a patient, you're not gonna be craving anymore any kind of food. So you actually not even wanna eat anything above that 2,000 calories. Right now I'm at the point where I actually don't crave any kind of cheat meals, and even if I do, I actually need to have a cheat meal per week, because otherwise, right now on 41,000 calories, I'm still not gaining the weight. So when I incorporate that extra cheat meals, that's what lifts us up towards that 1.5 pounds per week gained. So that's also one of the tips. When you come to the point that you're basically fed up with the food, when you're eating so much food and everything, you can add up 1 cheat meal per week, or for some fast metabolisms like I do have, you can even incorporate 2 cheat meals per week. That's definitely a tip, but to be controlled cheat meals, to be tracked cheat meal. And usually, okay, not at the beginning of a book maybe, but later on, if you want to step on a stage or prepare, that should be kind of similar cheat meals. So your coach and you know what kind of cheat meals you were using. So if you want to step on stage one day, you exactly know how that cheat meal affects your body. We are tracking basically everything, every single situation. We are seeing what affects my body the most, what doesn't affect my body the most. And that's the main reason why we gained 30 pounds of lean 30 pounds, let's just say. Once again, it's not a pure muscle, but we did gain the 30 pounds on ourselves, so which is a really good process. So all of those things are little things that you can obviously incorporate in your diet, incorporate in your lifestyle and everything. And you should definitely consider a book as a cut. Seriously, a lot of people don't. This is my first serious book in my life. That's why I wanted to provide this video for you, maybe informational video to help you guys. But start from lower point and progressively add some calories into your diet. Lower down the cardio if you need. Still keep on cardio. I would highly suggest to keep on cardio on a bulk. I really do need to do cardio based on digestion. If you can't fit so much food after a bigger meal, go for a walk, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I also aim every single day to do at least 10,000 calories on top of my cardio. But as I said, cardio is really slow pace, so that's only for a digestion. Eat clean, whole food. Once again, if you struggle, add a cheat meal, or if you struggle throughout the day and you don't want to have a cheat meal, you really want to go really like healthy throughout this whole process, then you can always make some shakes. It's pretty easy. Do a shake in the morning, oats, peanut butter, protein powder, stuff like that. Easy digestible for you. Also, that's one of the tips. I'm always using the food that I know my body digests the fastest. When it's a cut season, then it's opposite. So I'm using the high volume food, the volume with the food with the more fiber that I know my body is gonna digest slowly, rather than something fast digestive, because I'm always hungry when I cut, obviously, as you guys. So there's a big difference. Now we are using more like fast digestive carbs, like a cream of rice cakes, lean meat. From fat sources we only use like avocado, whole eggs, peanut butter, and all of that, when you add up all of those little things, ends up being like we did right now. So that's why I wanted to film basically this video and help you guys. I don't know how many tips I said. I'm probably, after finish this video, I'm probably gonna figure out that I forgot to say a lot of things. As mentioning workout, once again, workout has changed towards more, in my case, since we are prepping for a show and I'm explaining you my case, right? We are more focused on the muscle groups that we need to develop, such as upper chest, back thickness and stuff like that. So one of the tips, once again, if you have a cheat meals, should incorporate those cheat meals on the days where you train the muscle groups that you actually need to develop. So I will have a cheat meal either on a back day, either on a chest day, which is the two muscle groups that I need to develop more. Last thing that we change over last, I will say, 1 month or 2 months, as I said, I was always carb cycling, and then until the last 2 months we were actually on the same amount of calories, but now we do have 2 higher carb days, and that's once again on the muscle groups that we want to develop more. So also, with that said, if you're bulking and you want to develop some muscle groups more, incorporate high carb days on those days that you train the muscle groups that you want to develop more. If that's in your case shoulders, eat a cheat meal or have a higher carb day on your shoulder day. If you have any kind of other ideas that I can help or film for you, let me know. I'm trying to film this video brief as possible. I'm trying to think if I forgot something, probably did. But we are actually at the middle of our bulk, probably. We are already bulking 6 months. I'm probably gonna step on stage December this year, so you're watching this video in January. So we have 6 more months to go, and the plan is to gain at least I will say like 20 more pounds of muscle. But once again, we are aiming for a looks more than a weight. We are trying to keep the core tight, we are trying to keep everything in order, not to put a lot of body fat, because when we cut down, we don't want to struggle, right? But metabolism is also, if you follow every single step that I told you, progressively going up. So right now at this moment, probably when we started bulk, when I'm being so shredded, my probably maintenance was 3,000 calories. I will say my maintenance right now is at least 4,000 calories. Your metabolism goes up. So if you're doing properly, if you're doing the real bulk, real lean bulk, and you're following all the steps, everything is in order how it's supposed to be, your cut is going to be way easier, because you're going to start your cut from a higher calories than you ever started before. And last thing before I wrap up this video, while I was mentioning the food, whole foods, and the way you eat, when you're bulking, your blood work is not going to be the best, because you're gaining the weight that your body actually is not used to, right? So all of your insides are kind of battling all of those things. You're carrying more weight than your body is used to, once again. So your whole inner part is basically fighting against it. So with that said, if you're eating all the time shitty food, trust me, you're gonna feel shitty, because when you do the bulk, then your blood work is usually the worst. Let's just say I just did a blood work recently, and my blood work wasn't so bad at all. But why is that so? Because I was following the plan. I didn't have more frequent cheat meals that I should. I didn't have any kind of binges, but it still came up with a little bit of problems that we need to adjust over a period of time. Lower down consumption of some kind of foods and a higher consumption of some other foods. So I'm saying also, one of the tips when you're bulking, if you're bulking for a longer period of time, definitely go check your blood work. And I'm saying that to all of you guys, doesn't matter if you're natural or not natural, go check your blood work. It means a lot. Sometimes you can fight some of the things that you don't have idea what's going on in your body, and it can be affected by a food. It can be affected even by overworking out. It can be affected by a lack of sleep, etc. So all of that you need to incorporate and think about when it comes to your health. The health is #1 priority, and especially for you guys who are prepping for the show, especially for you guys, this is a sport when your health is the #1. You know, all of those motivational videos, reels and everything, if you want to get big you need to eat, right? Yeah, you do need to eat, but you don't need to eat anything more than, let's say, 500 calories more than your maintenance, because in that order you're going to gain a lot of body fat, which once again doesn't cooperate with your body and your health, and in that way you're gonna feel shitty. You're gonna feel sluggish. You're not gonna have energy, even though it's supposed to be opposite. When you're bulking, you should be energized. You should be stronger and everything like that. But if you are abusing that bulk and you are allowing yourself to eat whatever you want and going way above your maintenance calories, you're not gonna feel good. You're gonna suffer. You're gonna wanna to stop the bulk and start cutting once again. But if you're doing everything in order, you're gonna be actually happy with your body. And once you start cutting, the process will be way simpler than it was before. So with that said, I think I said everything. I hope I said everything, and I hope you guys like this kind of videos. As I said, I'm gonna try in 2023 to provide more videos, more informational videos for you guys. I hope this was one of those to help you in any sort of way, shape or form. If you did, comment down below. As I said, I would really appreciate if you want me to sit and talk about anything else like this right now specifically. We are prepping for a pro card, so there is a lot of information that I can provide. And with that said, those kind of videos are definitely the videos that I can film all the time, because it's difficult to film any kind of different videos, because we are, as I said, on the prep, and we are aiming to be as professional as we can. So these kind of videos, workouts, full day meetings, I can always explain more collabs and stuff like that. So put the comments down below. What else do you want me to, what kind of topic do you want me to talk about? That's basically it. We're on the road to 20K. I'm gonna try to provide as much as possible videos this year. I'm gonna try to find a videographer, of course, and help you guys, make you guys happy, and make myself happy, right? Thank you guys for watching. Love you, appreciate you all. Whoever is new, whoever never watched my video, subscribe to the channel. As I said, road to 20K. Comment what you want to see. Thank you. Love you, appreciate you all. See you very soon as always on the next one. Peace.